So these are the types of cloud storage. We have EBS or Elastic Block Store, then we have S3 and Glacier. So what is EBS? A service that provides persistent block storage volumes for EC2. That is what I said. EBS is persistent, independent of the machine, whether the machine is there or not. S3 is simple storage service, and you can upload a large amount of data on S3 just like Dropbox. Glacier is cheap. It's really least expensive, and you can use it for data archival purpose, like in government offices or in courts, Supreme Court or High Court. What happens? There are plenty of files. So if they digitize everything, if they go with the cloud computing, they can use Glacier, because in Glacier they can upload some heavy amount of data and just forget it for another 4 years or 5 years, and one fine day they really feel the need that we need to access the file which was uploaded like 5 years back. They can easily retrieve it. So in that case they will save upon a lot of cost, and they will have access to their all the data which is really required. Okay, so now let us understand the technicalities of how EBS works, and give you the hands-on demonstration. Okay, so now, so first thing first, enough of theory. Let me log into the console right now, so that let me just close this. Okay, now let me open AWS Management Console. Okay, so I'm here, aws.amazon.com, and sign into the console. Okay, now here I'm in North Virginia region right now, and I get inside EC2. I launch the instance. So let us go ahead with Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, and it's gonna be t2.micro. Number of servers I want is 1, and I'm hosting it in 1A, keeping rest of the options default. I will add storage. Now this is the EBS where Elastic Block Store comes into picture. Elastic Block Store is of 3 types: general purpose, provisioned, IOPS, and magnetic. So general purpose is free in free tier. Provisioned, IOPS stands for input output operations per second. So that is paid. There is a cost attached to it, and so with the magnetic. So I will go magnetic. There is no cost, but it is quite inferior, right? People generally do not go with magnetic because it's outdated, and I would not wonder if Amazon just takes it off from AWS. Okay, so main 2 volumes are general purpose or provisioned IOPS. Provisioned IOPS is paid. It does not come along with the free tier, but general purpose is free. Okay, and we can go maximum for 30 gigabytes. In free tier we get 30 GB of storage volumes every month. Okay, but as of now I'm good with 10 gigabyte. I will add some more volumes later on. So it is boot volume. So this is boot volume, and it is not encrypted. Okay, and it will be deleted on termination. If I want to keep it, I just have to uncheck it. If I want that the moment instance gets terminated, I can keep it checked, and I say next. So here I will add the name as instance EBS. We are performing a demonstration for Elastic Block Store, and security rules. I will enable the SSH traffic from my IP, and I will enable HTTP and HTTPS. Okay, from anywhere. So these are the choices that I have made so far. I'm good. I will launch the instance with my existing key pair. So I will rather go with the North Virginia that I created couple of classes back, and checkmark this acknowledgement and launch the server. So the server is getting started right now. Okay, so if you remember, we also discussed is how to attach extra volume in the EC2 instance, but today we will dig deep into Elastic Block Store, and we will have a better understanding how things exactly work. So the server is getting ready right now. Meanwhile, so this thing I already informed you yesterday. 1 gigabyte is equal to 1.07 gigabyte. 1 terabyte is equal to 1.10 terabyte, and 1 megabyte is equal to 1.05 megabyte. So whenever you see somewhere GIB or TIB or MIB, that stands for gigabyte, terabyte, and megabyte. Okay. So they are even larger than terabytes, gigabytes, and megabytes. Okay. So Elastic Block Store, these are some use case scenarios. Companies like, let us say you are running a small website. So you will require some storage because people come and people, what they do is they feed in some data, right? So they feed some data and it has to be stored somewhere. Like I have my own website. Let me show you that. It's aduism.co. This is my website that I have created with all my contact details and DevOps and AWS training. So let us say some user comes and he has to feed in the details, subject. So it requires some storage to save the data somewhere. Okay. And similarly, what we require is we need some storage in the cloud to store the data, but EBS volumes cannot be accessed standalone. We need some EC2 instance. They work hand in hand with EC2 instance. So they have to be attached to the EC2 instance. We cannot access them just like S3 on the fly. We need one EC2 instance in order to access them. Okay, so that is the case. And we will also discuss snapshot, that is backup of the EBS volumes. Okay, so our server is ready right now. Let us access it. So in order to access it, we will go in D drive and I will pull out putty. So we require putty and it's a Red Hat Linux server. So I will go with ec2-user and I will copy the either the DNS name or the public IP. So I paste it here. I go for the private key, that is PPK file, and here we are up and running with our EC2 instance. Let me increase the font size. Okay, now let us check how much volume we have got. lsblk is the command. Hit enter and it says 10 gigabytes we have right now. So 10 gigabytes is quite less. We need some more. So what I will do is I will go in volumes and create a new volume like 5 gigabyte more. It has to be in the same availability zone as EC2 instance. So it will pick up US East 1A because that is where we have got our EC2 instance. We do not have a snapshot as of now. Snapshot means backup. We will discuss it later. Encryption, I do not want to encrypt this right now, but I can also encrypt it if I want. If I want to save the data, I can encrypt it with the default encryption key. Okay, and I say create the volume. So the volume is creating right now. I will find it here. I can give it a name, extra volume, and it's available right now. So we can attach the volume to the EC2 instance EBS, and say attach. Okay, now if I run the command lsblk, it's showing 5 gigabyte we just attached, 10 gigabyte earlier, so the total volume is 15 gigabyte, right? Now there is one more way of checking how much volume we have got. So the command for that is df-h. Now df-h says we only have got 10 gigabyte. How about the 5 gigabyte we just attached? It's not showing up there. So we will first have to mount and format the volume. So what is mounting and formatting? Formatting means to clear the ground, as in to we just I'm sorry. We purchase a new hard drive from the market, so it's absolutely blank. So that is what we have to perform here. Just give me a minute.
So sure, yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Formatting is not mean like as in disk fragment.
Disk fragment is something when you are dividing the disk into various parts. But formatting is if even if any fragments are there, you are just removing it.
So formatting is like you said, get a new hard drive.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay. So just give me a minute.
Seems like you've been sick for a while now.
Not exactly. It's a weather change here in New Delhi. So whenever the weather changes there, you get some cold. So allergic to weather change.
I see. So it says on the top, mounted on. Is that the next step we take after formatting?
That's right. Once the file is formatted, once the volume is formatted, the next step is to mount it. Okay. So let us format the volume, and the command that we use is sudo mkfs-t ext4. So what is the volume name? It's slash dev slash xvdf. Okay, so slash dev slash xvdf, that is how we format the volume. I hit enter, and the volume has been formatted. All right, the volume has been formatted. So okay, this thing has been done. Now in order to mount it, we need to create a new directory, and the command for that is sudo mkdir slash new. So a new directory has been created, and now let us mount it over there. So the command for mounting is sudo mount the volume name that I want to mount. That is the 5 gigabytes. Its volume name is xvdf, and we want to mount it on the new directory. That's good. Now no news, no error in while running a command in Linux is a good news. That means you did not encounter any issues. So lsblk, it gives xvdf. Okay, xvdf is 5 GB volume, xvda is 10 GB volume. Now if I run the command df minus h, I will find 5 gigabyte volume and 10 gigabyte volume. So 10 plus 50, 10 plus 5, we already have got 15 gigabytes of volume here. Okay, so that is the scenario. 10 plus 5, 15 gigabytes is there. And let us get into the new directory, cd slash new. So we are in the new directory right now, and let us create 5 files here. Sudo touch 5 empty files, 1 2 3 4 5. So ls 1 2 3 4 5. 5 files have been created right now. Okay, now so that is the concept of how to attach the extra volume and everything. Okay,